Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today we're having a little look at Dustland Delivery. This is a management game. It's a business sort of simulator style game. It's all about trading. It's all about building up a sort of corporate empire. And it's all done with the help of this lovely truck in a sort of post-apocalyptic world. Let's jump into things and see what we have got going on. As ever, I'm going to try and break down what is happening. There is quite a lot of stuff. This doesn't particularly matter, but for now we're gonna just sort of roll with the punches, and we'll just sort of leave this all as is. This will all become clear as we progress, but we're gonna jump in. Okay, there's a little bit of text here. Great. I'm not going to make a habit of reading text, but I am occasionally going to read some key bits and bobs. It's now time to return to Valleyville to get the rest of your belongings. Okay, that's cool. We picked up a truck from a dealership outside the city. I am happy with that. Let's hit the road. Notification task started, main story, visit Valleyville. We will do that in just a sec. Okay, so what is going on here? There's quite a lot of stuff on the screen right now. It's not that complicated. It's very, very simple. What is very, very important is that we are driving a truck in the post-apocalypse. There is a map. We are going to be exploring a lot of it. There's a mega plague zone, as you can see over here, and there are sort of like less plaguey zones and cities that are all around the map. Basically, if I had to simplify the objective of this game, it is to buy cheap and sell expensive. Buy low, sell high. It's capitalism 101, baby. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be visiting different cities. Specifically, Valleyville over here produces all of these things: rations, building materials, salt, medkit, bread, etc. And, you know, for example, Taranis over here requires salt. So what we could do is we could pick up some salt in Valleyville, move it across to Taranis. Of course, that is a very simplified little explanation of what is happening. There's actually a heck of a lot more going on. We got a little task list over here, and in fact, we need to visit Valleyville as our first objective. Why don't we locate that? That is right over there. Cool, let us plot a course. Now, this is something that we're going to be doing quite often. Right-clicking on the map to set the objective wherever we're going. And in fact, we can sort of set long courses, and we will be doing that. In fact, we can set courses, but for example, we're not able to set courses into the mountains. We can set courses into plague zones, but I don't really want to mess around with that altogether too much quite yet. Okay, so we've set our course. So far, so good. Let's get ready to depart. There's a couple of different ways that we can depart. We can click on this big old button here, or we can use this sort of menu down the right-hand side. We'll disable that for now, which is kind of context aware, and the options that we have down the right hand side of the screen will depend on the circumstances. At the moment, we have the ability to rest, camp, set out, cool engine, check tires, repair, etc. This will allow us to modify bits and bobs of on our truck, but what we're really looking to do is set out and immediately start up and start driving. Now, as you can see over here, to the next waypoint, which is where the destination is. It's not very far. It's not going to take us very long to get there at all. Right. Not long after setting out, you remember a story of an old-timer once told you about a hapless trucker who got so tired whilst driving through the Dustlands he fell asleep in the middle of a plague zone. The infected didn't let him sleep for very long. You think it might be wise to hire some help once you get to the city. You can hire new crew members at the bar. It does indeed make sense, and in fact, we're going to be able to pick ourselves up another objective. We're going to continue to sort of set out, and we're going to continue to progress. We do not want to stop quite yet. We're going to get into the city of Valleyville very, very soon. There's quite a lot of stuff going on at the moment, I appreciate, but it'll sort of simplify itself all out, and you'll sort of start to see what I think is kind of the really, really interesting elements in this game. You've arrived in Valleyville, a large city in the central Dustlands. A lawful place with abundant resources and well-built amenities. Okay, after a bad first impression, Runner has begun to dislike Valleyville. Okay, first visit to Valleyville, Runner gained 580 XP. Very, very cool indeed. Okay, what's mine is mine. You withdraw the remainder of your scrap. Scrap is the currency in this game. We'll talk about it in just a second. It should be enough to get you started. You also discover that you've inherited 2 land deeds, one in Taranis and one in Starlight City. They've been gathering dust for so long that you're not even sure which ancestor left them to you. Okay, you figure these deeds are your birthright, so you might as well try to claim them. Let's go. And these are some additional storylines, and we acquired 3,000 scrap, acquired some cores. Excellent. Okay, now let's sort of break down what happens in a city. This is the sort of context menu that I was chatting about a little bit earlier. There's a couple of different options. I don't really want to dive into them too much at the moment, but I do specifically want to finish the task of helping hand. Adding more truckers to your crew will make traveling a lot safer. I would love to get an additional crew member, and we can recruit them at the bar. Now, we can decide if we want to interact with all of these people here, but there's an unemployed individual here, which is grand. Alternatively, we can just literally look at the labor market and just get a worker, a rancher, or indeed a farmer for a certain amount of scrap. Let's see. I mean, you're unemployed. Let's interact with you and see what's going on. No one knows them. Buy a drink, argue, trade junk, nada. No. Runner saw the engineer for the first time. No, I don't want to. I mean, we could hire you. Let's see if we can try and hire you. Higher price is 700, is 1,200. I mean, that's quite a lot to hire, I feel. So let's forget it. Let's see if there's anybody else that is perhaps unemployed here that we would be interested in picking up. What about you? Yeah, every action, your speech is too low, you utterly fail to strike up a conversation. That sounds like me in real life, to be honest. Okay, so we're pretty much just wasting time here. Let's just go into the labor market and let's just hire a worker. 700 scrap. Excellent. That's good. Okay, there's strength in numbers. If you have 2 people taking turns driving, you won't have to stop to rest as often. Indeed, that is called foreshadowing. Very, very good. Lost scrap, 700, and a trucker has joined. Brilliant. Worker saw runner for the first time. Worker gained 45 XP, and vice versa, which is grand. Look at this sort of Mad Max looking fellow over here. Either way, we picked up our second employee, or our first employee, I suppose, our first worker, which is kind of nice. And we've got some objectives as well. We can go and head over to Taranis, or indeed we can head on over to Starlight to go and check out these deeds. Where are we over here? Taranis is there. Starlight City is over yonder. That is good. So let's head on over to Taranis. There's a couple of different sort of interesting little places along the way. Am I interested in maybe seeing if I can try and make some money? I would quite like to see if I can make some money. Building materials, salt. I mean, yeah, so salt is needed. Salt is needed in Taranis. Let's see if we can try and buy some salt in the store, and we'll see if we can try and sell it over in Taranis. Now, this is the store. There's a lot of stuff going on here. We don't really need to worry about it. What we need to click on is abundant items, i.e. this is basically always going to be the thing that the city produces, and we're going to see how much salt we can buy. The city's got 105. There's already 10 salt in my truck. We'll talk about that in just a second. But I'm going to maybe see if I can try and grab... I probably want about 2,000. So we'll pick up 70. We'll pick up 70 salt. There is a chance that I can bargain, a success rate of 10%. I'm not going to bother because it's just going to delay me a little bit more. And we are going to we're going to pick up the salt. Now, I think this is adding versus the base price, i.e. I think because I'm buying so much, it's going to push the price up. Maybe let's not do that. Let's only grab 40. Yeah, I don't want to end up completely cleaning myself and indeed the city out. Because if I was to enter again, it would push the price up. So let's not mess around with that. That's pretty decent though. So we can check what items we've got in our truck by clicking on the items button here. There's a lot of stuff to break down. A lot of it is needed for the sort of regular operation of the truck, i.e. tires. Water is consumed. every so often. Building materials, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Salt, we've obviously picked up, very, very important. Med kits can come in handy, but we can also break it down to see if we've got parts, food, we've got some rations. Rations, very, very important too. We've got a musket, which is grand. We've got a metal club, also, which is grand. We've got a hunting dog, also, apparently, which was just chilling. We can actually equip a hunting dog if we want to. We can also equip where is it? An electrician's hat. Sure. Runner Seth. This is our main man here. Metal club, grand, and we'll also equip a musket. Why not? This is our all-round individual. I would also note that we've got hunger, fatigue, stress, and thirst values. We've also got some sort of attribute points, which we are able to level up a whole bunch of different sort of characteristics. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Suffice to say, it's kind of cool that we're able to sort of customize our character to do whatever it is that we want. You know, charm, fishing, crafting, speech, intellect, virtue, etc. All of it we can mess around with. Okay, I think we've done enough. I think we want to hit the road, and I think we want to see if we can try and go and claim that land deed in Taranis. So let's go and do that, shall we? We are going to immediately sort of try and set a waypoint over in Taranis. Now, the problem is that we can't do it. We can't do it in a oneer. We're going to have to do it in 2 different waypoints because there's a big old sort of mountain here, a snow squall peak. You can't drive through here. You'll need a road. Mountains, indeed. Okay, so let's go do that. El Tufo landfill. We can salvage stuff in here if we want to. There's also Reedville. They need flour, cloth, tea, something else. Flour, cloth, tea. Anything that I can really get set up? No. A supply cache. An old route map say this was a Syndicate supply station some years back. There ought to be some good stuff stashed around here. You know what? I tell you what, let's go and see this. There's also something side story over here. I don't really want to get distracted too much. I don't really want to go into the plague zone at all. But let's go and see the supply cache. Sure, what the heck. I don't think there's anything else that we need to do in this city. I think we've spent more than enough time here. I think we are ready to leave, and I think we are ready to set out. Amazing. So, the advantage of having 2... Oh, look, it started to snow. You'll see that our truck decided to slow down. Your engine was too cold and has stalled. That's what happens. There's a whole bunch of stuff that can happen, and in fact, it can really, really suck. Start the engine, time past 20 minutes. Defrost the engine, 30 minutes, requires wastewater. I'll start the engine, time past 20 minutes. There we go. We're back up and running. Now, what we want to make sure that we do is we don't want to run out of fuel. We don't want to run out of water. We don't want to run out of food. We don't want to run out of tires. We don't want to run out of anything. Let's immediately set out again. We can also check the forecast. Apparently, if the radio's working, which it's not, which is grand. You can also see there's some interactions happening between our little crew. It looks like the Syndicate used this place as a storage depot. You can't figure out why it's been abandoned. Acquired liquor times 4. Seems like an awfully long way to go for a little bit of liquor, but I will take it, I suppose. There's another supply cache over there. Cool. All right, and look, we're actually at a stop, so we can decide to camp, set out, whatever. I mean, it is evening time, you can see down here. However, if we have a little look, we have our main man here. He's only 55 out of 100 fatigued. And in fact, there's this little button, automation, which we can select auto eat, auto driver swap, auto drink, auto tire swap, which basically means that I don't have to worry about swapping these drivers in manually. I could, for example, set the driver right now. I could say, hey, I want you to eat. I want you to drink, but that will kind of just happen automatically, and occasionally you'll see the values up at the top here decrease. So I think we're pretty chill with all of this. This is engine temperature over here. This is the number of tires that we've got. This is the hull. This is our comfort. And this is fuel use, which is 8 per hour. Very, very important. Need to make sure that we're always staying on top of that. This is additional sort of like environmental impact or environmental information. And this is the distance to the next waypoint. Now, there is some stuff with regards to factions, but I don't really think that I want to sort of get too heavily in depth with any factions or anything like that. Crew, this is the entire sort of value of both of my crew members put together. We can also get like additional truck parts that I can add on. I don't have any of these available at the moment. And we can also craft specific resources, which is going to come in handy. Look at headwear and projectiles, explosives, Molotov cocktails, coolant, cylinders, improved engines, all of this sort of stuff. Very, very cool indeed. Now, I could choose to admire the moon, but I don't want to. I want to set out. I want to set out, and I want to get to the next waypoint. Right. First encounter with a pool of water. First encounter with pool of water. Worker gained 115 XP. Nice. You come across a small pool of water. You think you see a fish in there, but you aren't sure. Do you want to try catching it? Show off your fishing skills. Crew fishing is above 8. I don't have any good fishing skills, I'm afraid. Try your luck. Acquired 3 fish. Amazing. Let's continue. Let's press on. Let's press on. Let's drive through the night. Traveling at 44.5 kilometers, or 44 kilometers an hour. That's good. You've arrived in Reedville. In the middle of this town lies a small pond, lush, seemingly connected to an aquifer. The pond, lush with reeds, is probably the most interesting thing about this place. I mean, look, we've got a little bit of experience, which is quite nice. Don't get me wrong. Are you folks also couriers? He jogs up to the window. I've got a shipment here for the next town over, but my trailer's full up. Could you do me a huge favor and deliver it for me? You trust this total stranger with this? Sure. What do you need us to do? Deliver fuel. Nothing too complicated. Just deliver these tanks of fuel to the town over. I'd make 2 trips, but I really need to get moving. Thanks again. I'll be sure to reward you the next time that I see you. Right. Which town is that you want me to go to? Head to Crude Town. Crude Town is over here. Right. Okay. Well, that's fine. We can go to Crude Town. And then we can swing around. Yeah, sure. There's no problem at all. Right. Crew are fatigued. Not a big deal. We're probably going to be seeing the driver switch out. In fact, it's literally just happened. Little driver notifier there. So that is kind of nice. Great. We are probably not going to... We're probably not going to worry altogether about stopping at the moment. We'll probably stop tomorrow evening, but for now, we're going to just sort of roll with the punches. Fatigued crew, just in general, not a good vibe because they make you more susceptible to being attacked, but that's fine. The guy who asked you to deliver this fuel didn't even leave his contact info. We should keep our word. We should keep our word. Yeah, how could you even think of doing something like that? Tisk tisk. Virtue +1. We love virtue. That's great. Continue driving on. This is grand. This is grand. How far to the next waypoint? Not super far. Not super far. But so far, pretty darn good. We've got plenty of fuel. This is great. Hey, we delivered the fuel. You arrive at Crew Town to deliver the fuel. The man from earlier is already waiting at gate. I knew I could trust you. We're all peers. I actually need half the fuel. The rest of it is your reward. Wow, this wasteland's a pretty nice place. Before you can ask his name or how he got here, he's gone. Weird, but okay. We gained a little bit of experience, and we gained 600 fuel. Excellent. Continues to produce small amounts of oil to this day. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I tell you what. If we have a look on the map, can we see... Yeah, you produce fuel, clothing, and milk. I mean, that's amazing, because that means that we can presumably pick up a pretty decent price of fuel. I mean, yeah, we don't want to go crazy, but like, yeah, I think we want to pick up a decent amount of fuel here. That seems pretty good to me, to be honest. I mean, it seems like a good price. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. Milk, clothing, I don't care. Right, what else have we got? A talent scout? A strangely dressed man slides up to you. I sense the soul of an artiste in one of you. How would you like to become, how you say, a star? Who are you? We know enough. Au revoir. I don't want to be a talent scout. A slave trader? We'll chat? I don't think so. I think we'll be going now. Sorry about that, buddy. I don't know why I'm apologizing to you. probably shouldn't. Let's head on over to Taranis. I do actually want to make a little bit of progress, so let's go and do it. Yeah, this is our engine temp. It's increasing, but that's fine. We're chill. It's the middle of the day as well, so that's exactly what we would expect. We'll stop this evening. We've got 7 hours of driving left, so we might just stop before we get into Taranis. It's fine. First encounter with an oasis. Great. Visit the oasis. Like all of the stars, the oasis fades away. You cry your heart out when you realize it was a mirage. Of course, it had to be. Well, that's delayed our arrival, but no big deal. We're quite happy just to sort of press on. Okay, 3 and a bit hours to Taranis. Watch the sunset. I tell you what, let's stop here. Let's camp out for the night, and let's sleep. Yeah, I think let's sleep. So that is going to completely reset things here. We could cool the engine manually if we wanted to. Time required 1 hour, but then we can reduce the temperature in the water. 3 water required, 30 reduction. Sure, let's do it. That's going to at least make a little bit of a difference. It's not super important, but that's grand. We'll set out again, and we'll get there. Now, something else I should say, if I pause, there's this little counter up here. This risk represents the chance of being attacked every hour. The higher a location's infection, the faster your risk will increase. So that's something that we basically need to bear in mind wherever it is that we are. Risk going up, infection going up, means that we are likely to get attacked, which is a bit of a problem. Now, the Taranis Deed. A large city located in Dustlands. Some say it stood here long before society fell. Military peacekeeping forces garrisoned the city and built defenses here, preparing for an onslaught by the infected hordes. Now the city is run by a democratically elected government. Excellent. Okay, you've arrived in the bustling city. You should find the mayor if you want to claim your deed. The mayor finally notices our presence. We're here to collect our deed. This looks authentic enough, but it's far too old to be valid. Normally we'd compensate you with cash, but I'm afraid the city's finances have fallen on some hard times. So you're cheating us out of our land. Come on, kid. It's not like that. There's things going on here that you don't understand, all right? Okay. But clearly, I need to do something about that. You need to find a way to claim the compensation for your deed you inherited. Let's interact with the mayor again. See what he's got going on. Okay. We have got 3 options. We can trade, we can threaten, or we can lie. Probably not threaten, I would imagine. Maybe you could work out some sort of a deal. You help the city, and the mayor gives you your land. Yes, I would like that very much. Okay, one of our main problems is our neighbor. We have to pay them an extortion service fee every month, or else they send raiders down to steal everything that isn't nailed down. What do you want us to do? Their timing. They always raid us when our guard's down, like when the sentries are changing shifts. The only explanation I can think of is that there's a mole in the city. Before we do anything else, we need to find out who they are. Any suspects? Okay, there's a mole hunt. There's literally a mole hunt. Okay, so there's 3 potential people. Any other leads? Friend who works as a chef up in SM City. He came to me about 6 months ago, told me he had a mole in my city. So I chalked it up as overactive imagination, but it sounds like you might be right. Okay, sounds like we need to go to FM City, or SM City even. And also, I should have a little look at the store. So, what have we got that are scarce? Look at this. Salt is scarce, and in fact, I think we can get a pretty darn good deal on our... on at least some of our salt. I can't even remember what I bought it for. I bought it for 28. Yeah, I bought it for 28. So anything above 28, in fact, if I was to sell all of it, that would be good. But I don't necessarily have to sell all of it in order to make like a filthy, ridiculous profit. Just the more that I sell, the less profit I will make sort of per unit, but I'll still make a decent profit. I think I'll sell 30. We can try and upsell, but I really don't think it's worth it. So we'll just sell 30 salt. And you know what? Honestly, kind of made out like bandits there. Can we see what you sell here? Taranis produces rations, building materials, wood, medkits. Anybody need wood? We need to go to SM City. Starlight City is this other place where I've got a deed. Civitas is these are the bad guys that are sending raiders in here. SM City. What do they need? Ointment, ammo, cloth, meds. Aha, Taranis. I tell you what. Let's see if we can try and buy some meds. Abundant items, meds. There's 9 in the city. I'm not going to be able to buy many without, yeah, seriously impacting the unit price. But actually, to be fair, even if I buy 7, that's still, let's buy 5. That's still, like, well below the base price. I guess this is, like, the sort of world average price, so to speak. We'll take the meds. That's quite nice. You know what? I'm going to pick up some wood just on a hunch. I feel like we can make money off it. I might be wrong, but we'll see. I got plenty of scrap in the tank, and, you know, we're here to trade. We're here to do business. Oh, yeah, look at this. We got some attribute points to attribute. What would I like to do? Random bad trait, random good trait. Attack, focus, speech, farming, fishing, foraging, hunting, crafting, intellect. You know what? Intellect. I would like to improve. I'd like to improve intellect. That seems like a pretty key skill. Focus. Focus. Let's do focus. Focus or speech maybe. That'd be kind of nice to go down. Right. So, SM City. This is the lead on this specific sort of chain. Anything else that I want to check out? There's an inn. I don't think that I want to stay at the inn. I don't think I need to. We've got everything that we possibly could need in our truck right now. There's the bar. We could pick up an additional employee if we wanted to, or we could sort of we could buy junk. Do I want to buy junk? Buy fiber, buy mystery liquid, pre-fall materials. Scrap paper. I'll buy scrap paper. It seems like an absolute waste of money, but that's fine. What are you? You look like a farmer. You look suspicious. You're unemployed. You also look like a farmer. Yeah, not super interested in chatting to anyone. Now, there is an interactable sort of. Yeah, there are 4 people that we can interact with here in order to try and find out who the mole is, but we don't have any information, so I'm not entirely certain that that's going to be a positive experience. I think we should move. I think we should move out to. I think we should move out to see somewhere else. Let's see if we can try and head up to this place, SM City. Right. So a plague zone. Do I want to go into the plague zone? Not particularly. This is a fetid swamp. We can't camp over here. Okay. How do we want to get over here? It's a military depot. Wise Woman gas station. Produces fuel, canned fruit. Swampy Glades rest stop. Joy. So we can go through these mountains. Let's do it. I mean, that's a ridiculously long journey that we're going to have to go on, but like I just messed it all up, but that's fine. Let's chance it. You know what? Let's freaking go. It's time. It's time to depart. We're gonna have to camp at some point, but we really don't have a choice. Okay. We really don't have a choice about how we deal with it. Hong Kong. First encounter with a pileup. You arrive at a abandoned garage covered in a sea of wrecked vehicles. Make your way through them might prove difficult. Try to navigate through. Take a detour. Try to navigate through. Oh, that doesn't look good. The gaps between the wrecks are narrower than you expected. You make it out the other side, but you get into quite a few scrapes in the process. That looks hot. That looks hot. That engine looks like it's running a little bit spicy, if I'm honest. Little bit spicy. Workers started talking about Crude Town. They like Crude Town. They're having a nice little chat. Brilliance. The terrain has really, really, really slowed my progress. Presumably because of the woods. Yeah, let's try and not go near the woods then, shall we? Let's actually go to the rest stop here. There we go. I think the rest stop is what we're after. Snow reduces our horsepower, also makes it likely that we could stall. I really don't want to deal with stall. That's not what I'm here for. Right, what's going on? There's a first encounter with a pickup camp. You spot a few survivors camped out by the pickup truck. They seem to be resting. Do some recon. If I had focus above 15, I would. I'll approach them. Seems like these people are simple travelers, resting for a spell before they continue their journey. They give you a friendly wave when they see you approach. Rob them. We literally only have one option. Rob them. You decide to rob these innocent people. The enemy caused your crew to panic. I think we're gonna run. I think we're gonna run. Just run. Failed to flee. Prepare for battle. Of course. This is gonna be problematic. I don't think that we have. I don't think we have any capability of dealing with these two guys. To be honest. 0%. There's literally a 0% chance that we run. Decoy, infected meat. You don't have enough resources. Burn fuel. You bravely ran away. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, get the heck out of Dodge. Okay. Right. We're gonna enter the swamp now. We're gonna see what our chances are in the swamp. Crew's exhausted. Yeah, we are going to push through the night to get. We're gonna stop actually. Stop and rest for a couple of cycles. There we go. And then set out again because we are going to rest properly at the next place. And we should be fine to make it there. It's only 2 and a bit hours away. Dust storms will slow us down, which is a little bit annoying. The engine is very, very hot. Let your engine fully recover before starting it again, or it could be in serious trouble. Yeah, let's cool engine. Let's cool it down as much as we possibly can. 10 water. Let's do it. Excellent, and that's right back down to where it needs to be, which is grand. Also, you've got some attributes that I can spend. Let's upgrade focus, because that seemed to be a skill that we could really do with. I'm gonna rest once. I'm going to rest twice, and then we're going to set out, and we're going to try and chill at this rest spot. Excellent. Animal seller. Browse dogs? Sure. Hunting dog requires scrap. Attack dog, dog meat. An attack dog seems pretty good. Oh, do I not have the option to interact with them again? Oh, that's a shame. Oh, that's a shame. I was gonna check the other animals. Okay. Well, set out. Please get to this flippin' place. You must have 10 virtue to enter the city. Current virtue 6. They don't trust you around these parts. Ah, no. Pay a toll. 200 scrap. Bribe the guards. 50% chance of success. Ask to speak to their leader. Ask to speak to their leader. We've got clout on our side. You've arrived in Swampy Glades rest stop. Oh, amazing. I can't believe it. I cannot actually believe it, but we lost 20 clout in the process. We lost clout by speaking to these chumps. Oh, well. Let's go to the inn. Let's buy a standard room. Standard room, 20 per person. Rest your weary heads on the soft bed. Or a restaurant, 36%. You know what? Let's have a nice little snooze. A nice little snooze, because that's going to reset everybody. And that's going to get us back up and running for action. This is a very, very nasty bit of traveling that we're going to have to do here. But we're going to depart nonetheless. And we're going to see where we can get to. Water-wise, we're still fine. Fuel, we've got loads and loads of fuel. Scrap, we're obviously, like, losing scrap. But we've got some product that we can sell if we want to. We've got loads of items. We've got, what did I buy? I bought meds. Yeah, I bought meds for selling at the next destination, which is grand. Entered an area of high infection. Yes. I didn't actually take that into account, but it's here. First encounter with a downed airplane. Search it thoroughly, time passed. Well, the problem is, if we search it thoroughly, which I'm going to do, that will increase our risk. Find some useful supplies, 151 scrap, 16 rations. I mean, that's not too bad, to be honest. Kind of makes it at least somewhat worthwhile. You're actually ready for a level up. Intellect? Let's do it. Okay. Let's press on. Let's press on. Area infection decreased, which is great. And in fact, we're almost out of the woods here, which is grand. What is this? Road Construction Bureau. Autumn Mountains Branch. Okay, faraway gas station, which produces fuel. That's quite nice. Yeah, so as you can see, there's quite a lot of sort of different terrains that we've gone through. Nice. Back on the road. Properly back on the road, which is great. Probably worth us setting up camp. You find a strange-looking vehicle parked beside the road. Not far away, a group of people dressed in white seem to be digging something. Go over and say hello. One of the white-clad diggers gives you a curt nod when you approach. The rest continue digging. You ask what they're doing, and they explain they're researchers. Excavating pre-fall site. Offer them some food. Scientists decide to take a short break. You chat a bit more. Share a brief meal. They're friendly enough. They seem a little reticent to go into the details of what they're looking for. What are you guys really doing here? We're investigating the causes of the fall. Okay. See what happens. The glass tubes burst open. Infected emerge from the cloudy goop. Oh, no. Protect the devices. Protect the scientists. Protect the devices. Lost 10 ammo. Several of the scientists fall to the infected, though you managed to keep the domains. What remains of the device is intact. Shouldn't be trusting a stranger with this, but we got wounded here that we need to tend to. We need to move the device somewhere safe as soon as possible. Please, I need you to take our findings to the closest facility. Okay. I'll do that. Deliver the research results. Where is that to? Over here? Sure. You know what? Let's go. Let's go. We're changing directions. A cactus patch. Burn down the cactuses. Excellent. And also, we're going to camp here. I know it's 6 a.m. We're going to camp. We're going to sleep. We're going to sleep again. We're attacked due to our high risk. Current chance of being attacked every 7 hours. I think we can fight this. I think we can fight this. We should be fine. Let's shoot. We missed. Enemy is decent attack. End turn. Nice. Okay, shoot again. That's fine. Enemy attack is reducing. And they're not in melee range quite yet. Our accuracy is only going to increase as they get closer. Let's actually wait until they get much closer. And then let's just see if we can try and shoot them down. We've got plenty of ammo. For now. There we go. Nice. Okay, that's really, really decent. Combat is kind of cool. I like how that works. There's bodies all over the place, laden with succulent meat. I'm longing for long pig. Sure. Infected meat. That's good because that's what we need in order to throw as a diversion. So that's kind of cool. Right, 6 hours until the next waypoint, which is grand. This is where the scientists wanted us to drop off this stuff, whatever. So we can deal with that. Work rate the rations. Water-wise, we're still fine. That's good. Excellent. Deliver the research results. Who are you people? Food, chores. What do you want in return? Medical supply, food. Oh, cores. Information. Who are you people? The Glowworm Institute. Bribe the scientists to reject them? One of my crew members wants to stay behind. No. Bribe the scientists to reject them. Requires 45 books. That's a shame. One that could decide the very fate of humanity. I'm always keen for another job. Job is to escort this young lady to our headquarters. Oh, it's a Last of Us sort of... It's a Last of Us sort of situation, isn't it? Have 3 crew members in the truck. Cool. Can this person drive? Can this person drive? But I don't know. But at least we got some more attributes. That's what matters. Let's get some more focus points. Sure. Okay. Ladies and gents, we're actually going to wrap things up right about now. Dustland Delivery. Very, very cool indeed. We ended up sort of going down this sort of storyline of this, as opposed to really getting down and dirty with sort of like truck upgrades or making money. But I mean, this game kind of has it all. I mean, there's also sort of a farming mechanic as well. We can employ farmers. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. This is a really interesting game. Yeah, check it out. Link down below if indeed you are interested in playing it. But for now, and from me, my name of course has been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.